Welcome to the Best of WatchMojo, the series that refeatures some of our biggest and best videos that you may have missed. Maybe this list should actually go up to 11.
11.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Stranger Things Season 1 moments. For this list, we're taking a look at the most memorable scenes from the first season of Netflix's hit supernatural drama. If you haven't binge-watched this phenomenal show yet, keep in mind that spoilers lie ahead.
Are you alive?
Number 10. The monster gets Will.
What if it's the Demogorgon? Oh, Jesus, we're so screwed if it's the Demogorgon.
It's not the Demogorgon.
This love letter to 80s pop culture had us hooked from its first several minutes, calling to mind the works of Steven Spielberg and Stephen King. During a heated Dungeons & Dragons campaign, a dreaded Demogorgon appears and gets Will Byers.
We're in deep shit.
Will, your action! I don't know.
Fireball
I'd have to roll a 13 or higher.
Too risky. Cast a protection spell.
Don't be a pussy.
Will's worst nightmare comes to life as he rides his bike home that night when a shadowy monster suddenly appears. The young boy seeks refuge in a shack behind his house, but he can't hide from the stranger things that go bump in the night. As Will vanishes into thin air, the audience is left completely breathless. With a foreboding atmosphere, menacing lighting, and powerful build-up, this scene perfectly set the mood for the whole season.
Is that his bike? Yeah, he must have crashed.
Number 9. Barbara's death.
When alpha particles go through gold foil, they become
Unoccupied space.
a molecule that can... Hey!
I think you studied enough, Nance.
Audiences formed an immediate connection with the character Barb Holland, who stood out as a good role model. So we were all pretty bummed when she died after only a couple of episodes.
Why don't you go ahead and go home? I'll get a ride or something. Yes.
Abandoned by best friend Nancy, Barb sits alone poolside. A cut on her hand attracts the Demogorgon, and she disappears into the Upside Down. The following episode opens on a genuinely creepy note as Barb finds herself at the monster's mercy. While Nancy loses her virginity to Steve, poor Barb is dragged back down into the empty pool and lets out one last scream. Barb's life was cut short, but the character developed a cult following almost instantly. Who knows if it's the last we'll see of her?
Nancy, will you please have her call me as soon as you find her?
Yeah.
Number 8. 11 opens portal.
How far, Papa?
Farther than we've ever gone before.
With a shaved head, a limited vocabulary, and telekinetic powers, 11, or L as her friends call her, is a mystery wrapped in an enigma, smothered in secret sauce. While she's somehow connected to the Demogorgon and the Upside Down, it's unclear how this little girl fits into the puzzle. The pieces start falling into place in this flashback, as Elle recalls an ill-fated day at Hawkins' laboratory. Submerged in a sensory deprivation tank, Elle uses her abilities to locate a Russian secret agent. Going deeper than ever before, she not only finds the Soviet spy, but a monster as well.
Иди, что ты ждешь? Поторопись. Мне нужно знать, откуда пошли эти слухи.
Elle accidentally opens the portal to the Upside Down, setting everything in motion. This revelation adds to Elle's guilt, as she contemplates whether or not she's the real monster.
I'm sorry. Sorry. What are you sorry for? The gate. I opened it.
Number 7. Stuffed with Fluff.
You know, I forgot my hat. Oh. I'll just be a minute.
The showrunners threw a curveball at the audience when Will's body was uncovered at the quarry. While part of us suspected that he was somehow still alive, this twist raised numerous questions nonetheless. Fortunately, we didn't have to wait long to get some answers.
Hey, you can't be back here.
Yeah, I just got off the line with O'Bannon. He said that he needs to see you at the station in some emergency.
What the hell are you talking about? I don't work with O'Bannon.
Did I say O'Bannon? I meant... Okay.
Overcome with suspicion, Chief Jim Hopper decides to get a closer look at Will's corpse. Although the body seems authentic on the outside, Hopper isn't so sure. Conducting a makeshift autopsy, he discovers that Will's innards are actually cotton. It's a truly shocking moment that had us all on pins and needles. Number 6. Mike and 11 kiss.
Are you feeling any better?
Although the series has its darker scenes, they're balanced with many sweet and humorous moments.
Wow. She looks
Pretty. Good.
Anything involving Mike and Elle is bound to put a smile on your face, and the romance between these two kids peaks in the season 1 finale, as Mike and Elle discuss the future.
My mom, she's a pretty awesome cook. She can make you whatever you like. Eggos? Well, yeah, Eggos, but real food too.
Mike promises to take Elle in and make her a part of his family, but tries to make it clear that she wouldn't be his sister.
Nancy, she'll be like your new sister. Will you be like my brother? What? No.
Hoping to get out of the friend zone, Mike confesses his feelings and asks his crush to the snowball dance.
Maybe we can go to the snowball together. Snowball? It's this cheesy school dance where you go in the gym and dance to music and stuff.
His declaration of love comes complete with a kiss, amounting to the most precious moment in the series thus far. Number 5. Trapping the Demogorgon.
What are you kids doing with all this?
Monster hunting.
Steve Harrington might have started out as a possessive jerk, but he finds redemption as season 1 nears its close and kicks into high gear. Regretting his poor behavior, Steve knocks on Jonathan's door to make amends.
Are you there, man? It's Steve! Listen, I just want to talk!
He couldn't have picked a worse time to drop by, however, as Jonathan and Nancy are trying to lure the Demogorgon.
Steve,
Whoa.
get out!
Wait, what? What is going on?
You have 5 seconds to get
What?
out of here.
Okay, it's a joke, stop.
Following the initial attack, Steve decides to make a break for it. As the lights flicker on and off, though, the reformed bad boy realizes that he can't leave Nancy and Jonathan to face the monster alone. In a scene that had us screaming and cheering simultaneously, Steve comes to the rescue and the three set the creature ablaze. So are you Team Jonathan or Team Steve? Number 4. Mike jumps.
You make that jump from this height, that water turns into cement. Hits you like a ton of bricks, break every damn bone in your body.
As Chief Hopper points out early on in the series, jumping off the quarry's cliff is destined to end badly. When a couple of bullies threaten Dustin, however, Mike is forced to endanger his own well-being.
jump. Our toothless here gets an early trip to the dentist. No.
Hearts stopped when Mike walked over the edge. We were able to sigh in relief, though, as he began levitating in midair. Sighs turned to cheers as Elle shows up just in time to save her friends and give the bullies a piece of her powerful mind.
She broke my arm! My arm!
Go.
In this triumphant moment, Dustin yells loud and clear that he accepts 11.
You better run! She's our friend and she's crazy! You come back here and she'll kill you!
As Elle's friends assure her that she isn't a monster, they all share a loving embrace. Aww. Number 3. Run.
Okay, baby, talk to me. Talk to me, where are you?
By writing the alphabet on the wall and setting up some Christmas lights, Joyce is able to make contact with her missing son.
Right here.
Spelling out words with the lights, Will informs his mother that he's alive, although nowhere near safe.
How do I find you? What should I do?
Through one 3-letter word, Will tells his mom to get out of the house. As the Demogorgon emerges out of the wall, Joyce takes her son's advice and runs. Reminiscent of Poltergeist and A Nightmare on Elm Street, this scene flawlessly mixes elements of fantasy and horror. Overflowing with suspense and dread, it left us all covered in goosebumps and eager for more. Number 2. Will's rescue. This is the moment that the entire first season had been building to. and it more than delivered. Wearing hazmat suits, Chief Hopper and Joyce boldly venture through the gate to rescue Will, giving viewers their best look into the Upside Down so far. Upon discovering an unconscious Will, Hopper yanks a grotesque creature out of his mouth and performs CPR. As Will is revived, the audience finally feels a sense of relief. After a long separation, seeing Joyce reunited with her son is beyond satisfying. The experience also proves therapeutic for Hopper, who's finally able to cope with the loss of his own child.
Come on, kid!
Please wake up, please.
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Do you know where he is?
Number 1. Goodbye, Mike.
Come on, get on the table.
Just hold on a little longer, okay?
11 has undeniably been responsible for some of the show's most badass moments, like when she stared down the bad men and made their brains explode. However, her definitive moment occurs during the final confrontation with the Demogorgon. When Lucas's slingshot proves ineffective, Elle uses her powers to press the monster up against the wall. Prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice for her friends, Elle bids Mike a heartbreaking farewell.
Goodbye, Mike.
She then disappears along with the creature. Viewers can only keep their fingers crossed that Elle will be back for more Eggos in Season 2. But if this is the end of Elle, at least she went out on the most heroic note possible.
Help! Help!
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite moment from Stranger Things Season 1?
You won't believe what happened when you were gone, man.
It was mental.
We had a funeral.
Jennifer Hayes was crying.
And Troy peed himself.
In front of the whole school.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.